It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They'll run on first down. It's Walker. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
I'm going back to you. Check 31, check 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll look to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defense.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Flushed out right, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking downfield for Godwin, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Number 53, Mike 53. Touchdown.
On second down now, Dobbins. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or division. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Dobbins, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. And a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. To the goal. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand.
5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Back to throw. Lawrence.
As a defender, I always found the slant route.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Brooks. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 1st down, Dobbins. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And his pass is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It's coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
He'll rifle this one deep right, and got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They run again with Walker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
Set, 30 base. 61, matchbox, right. Down.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't. On 1st down, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lawrence. Try to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Step it up. He's coming. We got double up. He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, Lawrence. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And my reception off down at the 10. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for two. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even changed game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Back to throw here. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
26 months.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over them. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He wants it all for the end. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. In for the score. And the Texans get a bit closer. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a foul.
Or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run the counter. Dobbins. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Come on, fellas.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
It's caught inside the 25.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Lawrence. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.